Hi there everyone, my name is Cherith and I'm going to do a food review of the main dining room dinners from Allure of the Seas. My husband and I just returned from a 7-night sailing and I took pictures of everything we ate in the MDR on all 7 nights. A little bit of background, I already have a YouTube channel where I share recipes, so this type of video, it is just for fun. I'm not a travel agent. We paid for this cruise ourselves. Royal does not know who I am, so I don't get special treatment. I'm just a little bit obsessed with food. I like to know what to expect when I go on vacation. I always try to do a little bit of research, so I thought it might be helpful for you to know what's available to eat in the main dining room that's included in your cruise fare. Now, we aren't actually very frequent cruisers, y'all, but we have cruised once a year for the past 3 years since our girls have gotten older. And I've done a food review for each of those sailings. I will link to those videos down below for you if you're interested in seeing the food on other ships. Those videos were for Harmony and Mariner. All right, let me get started. Like I mentioned, we boarded Allure for a 7-night sailing, so I knew what to expect in the dining room at dinner because Royal's menu is basically the same for its entire fleet. It will vary a bit depending on the preferences and the palate of the head chef and how the chefs prepare that particular dinner on that particular ship on that particular night. So I was excited to try out the food, and I had a goal to try some things I'd never had before, as well as to get some of our favorites from the years past. Now, I'll admit up front that I am a little bit biased, and this is what I mean by that. I feel very blessed to be on a cruise. It is way outside the norm for us, so right off the bat, if I didn't have to plan the meal, shop for it, prep the ingredients, cook it, or clean up afterwards, more than likely, I am going to automatically kind of like it. So this meal is starting out on third base, if you know what I mean. My intent here is to just kind of educate or inform you about what to expect. It's not to criticize the food necessarily, but having said that, I will be honest. If I think it's a real stinker, I am going to tell you about it. And actually, this time I had a couple of those. But for the most part, I thought the food was very, very good. So let's get started. We signed up for this cruise really late, only about 30 days out. So my preferred dining time, which is early dining, it wasn't available when I signed up. They put us straight into my time dining. But all I had to do was go visit the maitre d' after I boarded on that first day and asked to be switched. So if that happens to you, don't fret. After you board that first day, after you maybe do your muster, go to the main dining room and speak to someone. We waited in line for maybe 15-20 minutes, and then we were able to request a table at the 5 o'clock dining, and I asked for a table by a window because I need better lighting for my pictures, and they were very gracious about it. We were seated in the grand dining room on deck 4. We had a wonderful table for 2 by a window. And by the way, I have the sweetest husband. He puts up with me with all of my pictures, etc. I love you, honey. Okay, so that is my view from sitting at my table, my view into the dining room. It's a beautiful space. The cutlery, the napkins, the chairs are very comfortable. It's an overall wonderful place to have a very nice meal. All right, the first menu you are going to be handed is this welcome aboard menu. This is what all of the menus are going to look like, basically. I'll tell you about them real quick. At the very top, you're going to have some featured beverages and then like the chef's suggestions for appetizer, main, and dessert. And then you're going to see starters, mains, a highlighted gray section of premium selections, and then below that, desserts. The gray section, we never ordered anything from that because there's a premium. It costs extra. We didn't order anything there. We just ate what was included on our cruise fare. By the way, most people order multiple starters, sometimes multiple mains and multiple desserts. That's very normal. People just do that. The portions are somewhat small, so you can kind of get away with it if you want to justify it. But as of this time of my recording, Royal Caribbean does not charge extra for multiple mains. I think some cruise lines are moving to that. But right now, Royal doesn't, so we did have multiple mains on several nights. And just FYI, you need to order your starters, your mains, and your dessert at the beginning of the meal. So be ready to place that order. The servers are fantastic. The service is really top notch. We had the same servers each time, and they were very careful about allergies. They asked us if we had any allergies, what they needed to look out for. We don't have any allergies, so they had it really easy with us, but they are very careful about that kind of thing. First off, you're going to get a bread service. And let me just tell you, they are wonderful. We love the bread service. The soft cheese rolls were our favorite. The French bread is great. And anything with a seed on top, so good. So bread service every night was always wonderful. I started with some escargot on that first night, and it's garlicky and so flavorful, buttery. I love the breadstick it comes with. You dip that into the garlic butter sauce, and escargot is always such a good choice. All right, my husband had the crab cake, and it was yummy. I've had that before. I thought it was really good. There is a bit of filler in there, but it's still so tasty. I think that's a good choice for you. Now, I wanted to try some Royal Caribbean soups that I had not had before. For the most part, I had excellent soups on board. This roasted tomato soup was fantastic. It had great flavor. It was really nice and tomatoey. There was a bit of heat to it, and I like the croutons in there. It was a great start. For our mains, my husband ordered the fish fillet, and he really enjoyed that. It was flaky, it was tender, it was not overly fishy, if you know what I mean. The veggies underneath were great. That corn was really sweet. I tasted it, I enjoyed it. Now, I ordered the fried chicken, and I've never done that before because I just think, I can get fried chicken on land. What's the big deal? But so many people like it, and I've heard from other people that they've ordered it and loved it. I thought I'd give it a try. Oh my, it was great. I loved it. Now, it wasn't crispy. There was sort of like a crunch to it, and it had wonderful flavor. It was not lacking in flavor at all. I loved it. I got 2 dark meat pieces, and oh my word, so good. That corn on the cob was so sweet. Now, the hot honey, the Tabasco honey, I did not care for that actually. The chicken was so flavorful, I don't think it needed it. It was an excellent meal. I'm so glad I tried it. For dessert, Drew and I both had the key lime pie, and let me just tell you, that is a wonderful dessert. It's creamy, it's tart, it's sweet, it's all the things. That filling is perfect. It's a great balance of tartness with the topping of the whipped cream, the sweetness, and that brown butter graham cracker crust is excellent. So that is a fantastic dessert choice. This is the grilled chicken breast dinner. Now, I did not order this, but the people who we made friends with that were sitting next to us, they ordered it. They let me take a picture of it. They said it was very good. I'm also going to include some pictures of some items that are on the menu for tonight, but we didn't order this time on Allure, but we have ordered on previous sailings. That is the prime rib. I had that on Harmony. If you order it, it might look something like that. Here is a piece of the Boston cream pie. Again, I didn't have it this time, but I had it last time. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty good. And this is the royal cheesecake. We had it last time on Harmony, and my husband really enjoyed that. And once again, I'm just showing you these pictures so you can get an idea of what that dish would look like on a Royal Caribbean ship. And I'm sure there's going to be some small differences from ship to ship and even sailing to sailing. All right, this next night was one of the dress your best nights, and typically on a 7-night sailing, there's going to be 2 dress-up nights. This was our first one. The theme was A Taste of France. This menu was fantastic in my opinion. I really enjoyed the offerings here. Once again, we started with a delicious bread service. We just love those rolls, and the Royal Caribbean butter, the salted butter, is perfection. I started out with some crispy calamari. I mean, it's labeled crispy calamari on the menu. It's not exactly crispy when it gets to you. I'm sure it was at some point, but it didn't matter. It was delicious. It was not overcooked. It was not rubbery, had great flavor. It was very tender, and I enjoyed it very much. My second starter, I had some French onion soup, and I love Royal's French onion soup. It's good across the fleet as far as I'm concerned. It's usually piping hot. It's just fantastic. The flavor is amazing. If you have a chance to get it, I think that's a really good thing to order. For the first time, I tried some beef bourguignon. I'm sure I said that wrong and I apologize. But y'all, this to me was a standout. It was one of the favorite things that I ate that week. The beef was so tender. The vegetables were perfectly cooked, super flavorful, and that sauce, it is the stuff dreams are made out of. So if you have a chance and you like that kind of thing, I don't think you're going to go wrong with the beef bourguignon. My husband had the herb encrusted salmon. He really enjoyed it. He said it was not overcooked. The salmon was nice and tender, and the herb crust was a really nice flavor. I also tried the green pea risotto with the grilled asparagus, and this was the first miss for me. I thought it was not good. The risotto was not properly cooked. It was really chewy. It was kind of tough. And the peas just did not taste good. So I'm going to say, boo, do not recommend. My husband got the warm apple cobbler with vanilla ice cream for his dessert. That is probably his favorite thing on the ship all week long. I'm not even kidding. He loves it so much. He loves apple pie, and it's just a great flavor. The cinnamon flavor in there is nice, and the vanilla ice cream, it's just like super yummy. You can't go wrong with that apple crumble. I enjoyed the cappuccino chocolate cake. I thought it was delicious. It was nice and moist. There's a little bit of a chocolate layer in the middle. I don't know what that is, but it was so tasty. And then my husband had the creme brulee. It's a solid choice as well. It's not the best ever, but it's pretty good. Now I'm going to show you some pictures of things that we didn't get this time, but we've had before. The chicken cordon bleu, I had that on Harmony. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's just something I don't ever make for myself. So I thought I'd try it, and I did like it. And then the almond cream puffs, I liked the cream like a lot, but I didn't like the puff very much. I just thought the puff was a little bit tough. All right, moving on to the next evening. So night 3, on our sailing, we had a taste of Italy. And this again was a wonderful meal for us. My husband had the arancini, crispy fried cheese stuffed rice balls, and he really liked it. I tried the minestrone. It was delicious. I enjoyed the minestrone very much so. I also had beef carpaccio that night. And if you don't know what that is, you're missing out. I had never had it before I sailed on Royal Caribbean. I could eat 10 plates of those things. It's tender. It's so tasty. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just one of the best things ever. I love it. All right. I also enjoyed the lasagna. It's got a bechamel sauce in there. I love the tomato sauce. The meat is it's like poached tender or something. It's very tasty. The cheese is great. Like the whole thing is just so yummy. My husband had the chicken parmesan. He loves chicken parmesan. Like he gets that a lot on land at restaurants. He said the chicken was tender and the pasta was nice and al dente. It was like really well done. For my second entree, I had the creamy mushroom risotto, and I had them add a grilled chicken breast to it. You can ask for them to add grilled chicken to anything pretty much. Oh my word. It was amazing. I loved the mushroom risotto. So creamy, so full of flavor. Oh, it was amazing with that chicken breast. I highly recommend. Okay, and for dessert, my husband had the chocolate hazelnut cake with vanilla ice cream. He said it was great. I didn't get to try it because I was focused on the lemon curd tartlet. It was so yummy. I do like the key lime pie a little bit better, but the lemon curd tartlet is good. It's different because it's got a different crust. It's got a meringue topping. It's just a different thing altogether. Our friends next to us ordered the tiramisu. I can't comment on it. I didn't get to taste it, but I think he enjoyed it. All right, next up we have night 4, which for us was a taste of Mexico. Now, to be perfectly honest, this menu is not our favorite menu of the week, but that's okay. You can't always have your favorites. There are several really good things on this menu, and I'll talk to you about what we enjoyed. First of all, we started out with the bread service, and once again, it's so tasty, very, very good. Love the bread. For my first appetizer, I had the roasted poblano pepper soup. This was fantastic, actually. It's really spicy, and the corn in there is a nice balance because it's sweet. So really good. For my second starter, I had the chilled shrimp cocktail. Very nice and plump. It's moist. It's not overcooked. Great cocktail sauce. My husband ordered the chili lime encrusted salmon. He really likes that dinner. He's had it before. He liked it again this time. I tried something new. I tried the spaghetti bolognese. And I know that might sound funny, but the other entrees, they just didn't sound that good to me that night. And I'm glad I tried the spaghetti because I thought it was fantastic. The meat sauce is nice and meaty, and the pasta's not overcooked. It was really, really good. For our desserts, once again, my husband had the warm apple crumble. That's his favorite. He plowed through it again this night. It was his favorite thing of the evening. I got the tres leches cake. It was so good. It was light. It was sweet, but not too sweet. It was incredible. I highly recommend that dessert. Now, our friends, they let us take pictures of what they had for dinner. They tried the carne asada, and I've had that before. I had it on Harmony. I thought it was pretty good. And then they also had the enchilada, the pulled pork enchilada. And to me, it's delicious, but that is not an enchilada. Where I'm from, that's a burrito, but that's probably just because I'm from Texas. Anyway, they also let us take a picture of the caramel flan that they had. I think they enjoyed it, but that's what it looks like. If you want to order it, that's probably what it's going to look like. Before I move on, if you don't mind, please hit the like button for this video. All it does is it helps the YouTube algorithm offer it to other people who might also find it helpful. All right, moving on. Night 5, we've got a taste of the Caribbean. And there are several standouts on this menu as far as I'm concerned tonight. Some really good offerings and then one stinker. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. First off, the coconut shrimp. It's crispy. The flavor of the sauce is wonderful. The coconut shines through. It's a great appetizer. And here's the stinker. Y'all, I tried the green lentil soup. I was just such a big fan of the soup so far, but boo, no, it's not good. Sadly, the flavor is just not there. And what is there, it's kind of bitter. So yeah, I can't recommend this one, guys. Okay, my husband ordered the New York strip steak and the tiger shrimp, and they just brought it all together on his plate. He loved it. That shrimp, it's so plump, it's juicy, it's wonderful. For my first entree, I wanted to try something new, so I ordered the pesto tagliatelle pasta. And y'all, I really wanted to like this. It was kind of a miss for me. It was kind of dry. The pasta was overcooked. It needed more sauce. I think it would have been better with a chicken breast on it, but the mushrooms were good. All right, I ordered the Caribbean chicken, and it was wonderful. The chicken was nice and juicy. It was tender. The flavor was fantastic. I loved the plantains and those black beans and the rice. So good. My husband ordered the warm blueberry crumble with vanilla ice cream. He really enjoyed it. If you can't tell, he loves any kind of fruit crumble with ice cream. Okay, I ordered the royal chocolate cake, and I think it's fantastic. I don't really even love chocolate things, but for some reason, I love the royal chocolate things. I thought it was such a yummy dessert. It's fluffy. The mousse is really nice. It's just a really good one. Okay, now in the past, we have ordered the jerk pork chop on Harmony. I thought it was wonderful. It's quite spicy, actually. So if you're comparing the two, the jerk pork chop is going to be the spicier of the two compared to the Caribbean chicken. Both of them have great flavor. You're not going to go wrong. You can get either one of those and love it. And as far as my husband is concerned, get the tiger shrimp and ask him to put it on the steak because it's a winning combo. Okay, I wanted to show y'all this. I just found it interesting. This first picture of the pineapple sunshine cake, I didn't get it, but our friends next to us, they got it. I took a picture of it, and it looks like about even the distribution of cake to topping, maybe a little more topping than cake. The next picture, it's the pineapple sunshine cake from our Sailing on Harmony, and the proportions are way different. It's a lot more cake than it is topping. So I just thought that was interesting. It's the same thing, but it's done very differently on those two ships. Night 6 was our second formal night or dress-up night, and it's entitled Royal Night. What people call it is lobster night because everybody can get a lobster tail without an upcharge on this night. Now, if you want a second one, it's like $16 or $17, something like that. So we started off the night again with bread service. It's wonderful. We each had a Caesar salad for our appetizer, and that was it because we wanted to save room for the main dish, the lobster. Now, the lobster is so yummy, y'all. And I asked them to bring it out at the same time as the cheese tortellini because I wanted to make a lobster mac and cheese. And y'all, it was everything I hoped it would be. It's so good. I loved every bite of that thing. And if you can pull it off, I suggest you try it if that's your thing. If not, you could do a surf and turf because they have steak that night as well. You could do lobster and steak. But whatever you do, you must save room for the warm chocolate cake. Oh my word. It has the humblest name, but it's the best dessert, as far as I'm concerned, of the week. It is almost like a lava cake, like a molten lava cake. I kept trying to take pictures to show you the center of this cake. I don't know if I ever did a good job of it, but this dessert is why I cruise. Not really, but it's my favorite dessert of the cruise. I look forward to it so much. I'm just a huge fan. And like I said, I'm not even that much of a chocolate person, but for some reason, Royal Caribbean, they do this molten lava cake so well. It's just called warm chocolate cake. And get it with the ice cream, you gotta cut the sweetness. And here is the strawberry shortcake. We didn't get it, but our neighbors did, and I think she really enjoyed it. All right, so that's the night that they kind of parade the chefs around. It's so much fun. People go crazy. At this point, everybody has just fallen in love with their servers. They love the sous chefs, the pastry chefs, the main chefs, the head chef. It's just such a great time. We enjoyed that. They work so hard, and we just really appreciate them so much. All right, it's time for the last night. Our night 7 is called Bon Voyage. And once again, there were some real standouts. And then I have my last stinker of the week as well. Once again, we started out with the bread service. I can't speak highly enough of that. It's just wonderful. My first appetizer was the seafood cake. And I thought this was really tasty. It's kind of dense, and the middle is filled with scallops, shrimp, and fish. But I thought it had good flavor. I really like the pickled carrot salad it comes with. My friend next to me, she ordered the Mediterranean tapas medley, and it's got a little hummus, some tzatziki, a little Greek salad, and some pita. She said it was okay. It was not her favorite, but it was okay. All right. The French onion soup was my next appetizer, and once again, it is delicious. Highly recommend that one. All right, I finally got to order the pecan-encrusted salmon. I have been looking forward to this since my last cruise. I missed it the last cruise, and my friend that we sat next to, she said it was her favorite meal of the entire week. So I couldn't wait to order this. I finally got to order it, and it was everything she had said. Y'all, this is incredibly scrumptious. The pecans are kind of crunchy. It has a little bit of a spice to it. It might be the sauce it comes with. The salmon is tender. The potatoes are creamy. It all works so well together. It's just such a wonderful meal. Definitely get that. I think it was probably in my top 3 of the meals I had all week. So this, the lobster mac and cheese, and the beef bourguignon. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Moving on. My husband had the lamb shank. He said it was pretty good. It wasn't his favorite lamb that he's ever had, but it was tender and it had good flavor. Well, I finally made it to our last stinker meal. And y'all, this one, it was, not very good. This is the eggplant moussaka. I was excited to try it, but it was just a fail for me. It tasted overwhelmingly of tomato and onion in the middle. The squash and the potatoes, if you could find them, they were fine. But yeah, it didn't taste like that because the tomato was overpowering. And the panko breadcrumbs, the topping, it was stale. So yeah, it was a big miss for me. I mean, we can forgive them for that, right? Because they do so well on so many other things. But yeah, I think I'm going to skip that one next time. All right, for dessert, once again, my husband enjoyed his apple crumble with vanilla ice cream. And then I didn't really want anything else. I just ordered an artisan cheese plate. And you can do this any night. If nothing else sounds good, if you don't just want plain ice cream or whatever, get an artisan cheese plate. This was incredibly good. In fact, I thought, I should have had that before. I don't know where I would have put it. I was so full after every meal. But yeah, it was a good choice. Now I'm going to show you just some pictures of some of the things that we did not order, but they are available on this menu. This is the autumn turkey dinner, and it's something that I had on Harmony. I really enjoyed it. I thought it tasted just like Thanksgiving. I enjoyed it tremendously. This dessert is just the chocolate brownie, I think it was called. I added ice cream to it. My favorite part was the caramel popcorn on the top. I mean, the brownie was okay, but I really like the popcorn. This is the crema catalana, and to me, it tasted like a caramel creme brulee. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed the bruleed sugar on the top. At the end of the last meal, they do this little dance, the servers do, and just have a little bit of fun. They encourage the passengers to get up and join. And it was just a fun time for everybody. I think overall, the meals in the main dining room are really well done. And I know that taste is subjective, right? And my opinions are not necessarily going to line up with your opinions, but I really did enjoy it so much. And I wanted to encourage other people who especially might not cruise a lot or might not have ever cruised on Royal Caribbean before or never been on Allure. I just want to encourage you, give it a try and see if there's not something you can find each night that you like. We thoroughly enjoyed our dinners in the main dining room. The service helps to elevate everything else because it's just so good. I think it helps to have realistic expectations going in. And even if you don't love every dish, I bet you'll have some meals that you thoroughly enjoy. I know we did. And like I said earlier, this is very much outside of the norm for us. So we were just very much looking forward to this. I was so happy not to have to prep all these meals and cook and especially clean up after all of them. So I just was very, very thankful. I encourage you to give it a try, see what you think. I mean, if you don't like it, if there's something you order you don't like, you can always get something else, or you could just leave the main dining room and go to a different food venue if that's what you want to do. What I'll try to do is when I finish this, I will work on another video that explains all of the included dining venues on Allure of the Seas. I did that for Harmony and people really responded well to that video. A lot of times people aren't wanting to spend more money on this specialty dining. They just want to eat what they've already paid for in their cruise fare. So I'll do another video that explains all the other alternatives for your dining options that are already included and that are not an upcharge. Well, that's all I've got for you today, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. And from my family to yours, God bless you. Bon voyage and happy cruising.